I was trying to figure out what to do for a thumbnail for this video, and funny enough, I just had no grey top to make a terrible pun for, so black shirt, white shirt, it's grey. Grey Man. God, this is going to be a weird one to talk about, and yes, I know I'm fuck, it's been a month already, wow. Well, I wanted to talk about it, because this little Netflix film, well, I say little, it's got like a $200 million budget. This film was just like an abusive relationship. Sometimes it showed me the good stuff and why I loved it, and then 70% of the time it just really wanted me to fucking hate this thing. Let's start off with the good, the great. Oh, that pun works a lot better when it's written down. I'll just stick it in the video title. The action is really decent here. Some pretty fast-paced and well-choreographed fights that were pretty enjoyable to watch. Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas, Chris Evans really kick a lot of ass in here and shows their stuff. And there was just some really imaginative moments in here as well. In particular, this one scene where you've got Ryan Gosling on top of the bus and a henchman that's inside the bus, and he uses the reflections of the building across the street to figure out where he is to kill him. I just really appreciate stuff like that. All the action in here was great. When there's no talking, it's just the action. It's a solid 8 out of 10, but God, the talking, oh my God, the dialogue is so bad. And the story too, but I want to talk about the dialogue first. This film had 4 writers, and God knows how any of this dialogue managed to slip past all 4 of them. The conversations just did not feel real in the slightest. It was like everyone was trying to say this quippy one-liner that kicked off an action finale, which is good when you're in the last part of the film, but from minute 1 onwards, it's exhausting. Literally every character is just talking in clever proverbs, quips, or one-liners. Even when it just made no sense. You could have 2 characters in a room and having a conversation, and one following the other's dialogue. It could have no relevance to what the previous character just said. And just the questions, the answers, the questions, the answers, it's super fucking fast. You have the chip. How can I trust you? I saved your life. It's somewhere safe. He's got the girl. It's in Amsterdam. Let's go get it. Okay. Like, Jesus guys, take a breather. Ryan Gosling is just about charming enough to pull off the lines, and maybe Chris Evans too. But the problem is that the only 2 people that can make this thing work aren't ever really in the same room together. So you've just got both of them solo carrying their bits of the story until the end, where it's a little bit too late. Everyone else in this film is just really fucking annoying. Like, they're just a single personality. One woman is just always shouting and always on edge and just being like, don't you think this is enough? Another man's just stoic for the entire time. You've got the Bridgerton man who's just 100% evil, smooth one-liners. And you've got this kid that's just 100% sarcastic and just really annoying. The story is fine at best until the last 20 minutes or so, where it just really goes off the wires. They introduce this brand new backstory right at the end of the film to resolve the final act, and it's just so anticlimactic. It was just a shame because I loved the action, but it felt like this movie was just designed to do whatever it could for the story and the characters to get you to a certain place to have this cool fight with some cool shots. It didn't matter how or why they got there. Oh, and there was also these weird drone shots, and it just felt like some kid that got his first drone for Christmas just wanted to use it in everything he possibly could. Not good. I've heard people saying they don't really understand how this could be a $200 million budget film, and I can kind of get it a little bit. They filmed in so many locations here, and this was a very large scale film, so props them in that. There was loads of different settings, some really great stunts, and I can only imagine what they paid the cast here. Let's be honest, these 4 aren't cheap. It's just a shame that all that combined gave us some really average results. To be honest, I think the dialogue just really annoyed me very early into this, and then it put me in that mood where you're just looking for all the bad things in a film. If you come into this with low story expectations, not necessarily having to pay 100% of your attention to it, at least in between the fight scenes, you'll be fine. I would only recommend this for the fight scenes alone, and if that's your only criteria, then this will definitely tick that box. I just think with this being directed by the Russo Brothers, you know, Civil War, Infinity War, Endgame, and then after that you just got Cherry and then this. It's just a shame, I think. But you probably know all you need to for this film by now because it's been out for a month. So if you have, I'd love to hear your comments down in the thoughts below. Oh my God, how did I just get that wrong? I would love to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. And I know I went in pretty hard on this one, but to be honest, if you love this film, that's really good stuff. Nothing should really take that away from you, and don't ever feel bad for enjoying a film that others didn't. Besides all that, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It always helps me out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews on movies, anime, and video games. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye-bye.